Hi, I'm Krista Brisky-Richard with the Chicago Park District, and welcome to the 8th season of Night Out in the Parks Cultural Event Series. This year's presentation of cultural experiences will undoubtedly be one to remember, but equally as exceptional as all the rest. For the first time in history of this outdoor arts and culture initiative, we're taking live performances and entertainment from our neighborhood parks into your home. Join us virtually as we travel across the city to enjoy rich cultural performances by some of our city's most talented artists. More than 40 of Chicago's very own arts partners from diverse disciplines will present works, available for you and your family to watch on demand from the comfort of your own home. Thanks to Mayor Lori Lightfoot and the Department of Cultural Affairs and Special Events, and our newest partner, WTTW, for their continued support. Tune in to watch WTTW's presentation of Night Out in the Parks, The Stars in Your Backyard. The series of broadcast performances will feature 17 of our Night Out performers. Connect with Chicago's rich and cultural scene through our virtual series, Your Night Out at Home. Each week will premiere new digital performances by local artists. From dance and jazz to theater and world music, enjoy engaging entertainment in your own backyard, balcony, or living room at www.nightoutintheparks.com. Until we meet again, stay safe, and we look forward to seeing you at the park really soon.
Hello, my name is Mridu Shekhar. I'm the president of the board of the Kalapriya Foundation. We are a center for the Indian performing arts. Kalapriya's mission is to bring art that is relevant to the times we live in and the communities we serve. Art provides comfort and solace, especially during these troubled times. In recent years, Kalapriya has focused on the cycles of violence that afflict us in Chicago. Our stories and performances have sparked conversations in diverse communities on the specific issues that they face. With the support of the Chicago Park Districts and the Chicago Public Schools, we have been able to deliver performances to many communities in the South, West, and North sides. Today we bring to you Ahimsa. Ahimsa is a word in the ancient Indian language of Sanskrit. It is defined as the respect for all living things and the avoidance of violence towards others. Today we present to you three stories. One from ancient Greece, Athena's Justice, one from ancient India, Ahimsaka's Dilemma, and one from the 20th century that made the concept a vital tool in freeing many peoples from the oppressions of colonialism, the birth of India. Nelson Mandela, Reverend Martin Luther King Jr., and Congressman John Lewis used these philosophies and gave it meaning in their own personal and political lives. Plato's Athena was a Greek goddess, a fierce warrior and a fountain of wisdom. She ruled at a time when violence and retribution were the norm. She brought peace to her people through breaking that cycle through a judiciary that included repentance and forgiveness. The Buddha lived in 5th century BCE. He taught that the simple path to peace and love is through conquering violent emotions and being compassionate. The last story today is one that comes from the unexpected leadership of an ordinary man, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. His greatest achievement was to make British colonial powers leave the subcontinent peacefully and voluntarily. Gandhi, who had already practiced nonviolence and civil disobedience to unjust laws in South Africa, crafted the action in India on three pillars of his personal and political philosophy: Satyagraha, stubbornly holding on to the truth or truth force; self-reliance, the boycott of the oppressor's institutions; and being independent; Ahimsa, the strict adherence to the principle of nonviolence, regardless of the provocation. Our tireless artistic director, Ms. Akhila Devi Vigneshwaran, has produced today's performance during a time when all training and most rehearsals had to be conducted virtually. We want to also recognize our interns and Kalapriya's dance troupe. Most of all, thanks to the foundations and individuals who have supported us during these very difficult times. The Chicago Community Trust, the Chicago Department of Cultural Affairs and Special Events, the Arts Work Fund, the Arts for Illinois Relief Fund, the Chicago Park District, the Illinois Arts Council, and the Gaylord and Dorothy Donnelly Foundation.
झणुत तोम ताम झणुत तोम तजम तोम तोम तदिंगिण तोम झणुत तोम ताम झणुत तोम तजम तोम तोम तदिंगिण तोम झणुत तोम ताम झणुत तोम तजम तोम तोम तदिंगिण तोम झणुत तोम ताम झणुत तोम तजम तोम तोम तदिंगिण तोम झणुत तोम ताम झणुत तोम तजम तोम तोम तदिंगिण तोम झणुत तोम ताम झणुत तोम तजम तोम तोम तदिंगिण तोम झणुत तोम ताम झणुत तोम तजम तोम तोम तदिंगिण तोम झणुत तोम ताम झणुत तोम तजम तोम तोम तदिंगिण तोम झणुत तोम ताम झणुत तोम तजम तोम तोम तदिंगिण तोम झणुत तोम ताम झणुत तोम तजम तोम तोम तदिंगिण तोम झणुत तोम ताम झणुत तोम तजम तोम तोम तदिंगिण तोम झणुत तोम ताम झणुत तोम तजम तोम तोम तदिंगिण तोम झणुत तोम
For our first story, we begin in ancient Greece, in the midst of a criminal trial of the young man Orestes, who is on trial for the worst crime, killing his own mother. The Furies, three spirits of anger, are the prosecution. They are in charge of the people's emotions, stirring up anger and unrest in the city of Athens by inciting vengeful and violent emotions in the people. The goddess of strategy and democracy, Athena, presides over the trial as its judge. She is known for her calm and attentive manner to all the people who she rules with wisdom and kindness. The Furies begin with a furious recounting of the horror of what Orestes has done. They tell of how Orestes returned from battle and killed his mother, Clytemnestra, in cold blood. Athena then asks them a question. "Tell me," she says, "why did he kill his own mother?" The Furies go on to recount how Clytemnestra killed her husband, Agamemnon, and when Orestes returned and found his father dead, he went into a mindless rage and killed Clytemnestra to avenge his father. Athena then asks another question. Why did Clytemnestra kill her own husband? The Furies tell of how, before Agamemnon and Orestes left for the Trojan War, Poseidon, god of the seas, demanded a sacrifice to ensure their safe passage across the Aegean Sea. Agamemnon sacrificed his own daughter, Iphigenia, to ensure his safe passage to Troy, enraging Clytemnestra to the point where she killed him. Athena asks yet another question. Tell me, dear Furies, with whom are you actually angry? Is it Orestes? Or his mother, Clytemnestra? Or is it her husband, Agamemnon? The Furies tell of how their anger does not even begin with Agamemnon, but with his father, the ruthless Atreus. Atreus had discovered that his wife had been having an affair with his brother Thyestes. When he was made aware of this, he killed Thyestes' twin sons and forced him to eat them, turning him into a cannibal. After hearing the many stories of the Furies, Athena takes it upon herself to make a statement. She tells the Furies that their anger is part of a years-long cycle of violence, beginning with Atreus, flowing to Agamemnon, then to Clytemnestra, and finally resting with Orestes. From anger comes delusion, she says. From delusion, the loss of memory of why you're actually angry to begin with. And from that loss of memory comes the loss of discrimination, when one becomes wholly violent and furious, regardless of the situation. This cycle of violence has raged on since the time of Atreus, down to Agamemnon, and finally to Orestes. Don't you see? If you keep exacting your revenge in this way, the violence will never end. Orestes stands before us, looking as if he wishes to repent. Perhaps this is the last time that the house of Atreus must be punished. The law is created for the protection of the citizens, not to fuel the desire for anger and revenge. Athena proposes a new system of justice based on nonviolence. She chooses the Furies to moderate this system, however, transforms them into their kinder avatars, the Eumenides. Instead of governing by fear and anger as the Furies did, the Eumenides govern with peace and love. Athena took it upon herself to end the cycles of violence in ancient Greece, creating a more peaceful and functional and just society around her.
क्रोध है 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 क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृति विभ्रमः स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशः बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति कोपाकुलाशया अरुणितनयना कोपाकुलाशया अरुणितनयना कोपाकुलाशया अरुणितनयना कोपकारणं वदत सविस्तारं कोपकारणं वदत सविस्तारं कोपकुलाशया अरुणितनयना कोपकारणं वदत सविस्तारं कोपकुलाशया अरुणितनयना कोपेन माता पुत्रेण निहता कोपेन माता पुत्रेण निहता कोपेन माता पुत्रेण निहता कोपेन किं माता कृतवती वदत कोपेन किं माता कृतवती वदत कोपकुलाशया अरुणितनयना कोपकारणं वदत सविस्तारं कोपकुलाशया अरुणितनयना कोपेन स्वपतिं हतवती निर्दयं कोपेन स्वपतिं हतवती निर्दयं कोपेन स्वपतिं हतवती निर्दयं कोपेन स्वपतिं हतवती निर्दयं कोपेन किमेष कृतवान् वदत कोपेन किमेष कृतवान् वदत कोपकुलाशया अरुणितनयना कोपकारणं वदत सविस्तारं कोपकुलाशया अरुणितनयना कोपशापेन शपित सकलकुल कोपशापेन शपित सकलकुल कोपेनालं हिंसभावं त्यजत कोपेनालं हिंसभावं त्यजत कोपेनालं हिंसभावं त्यजत कोपकुलाशया अरुणितनयना कोपकारणं वदत सविस्तारं कोपकुलाशया अरुणितनयना
Ahimsaka, the teacher says, you have excelled in my class and are in the final stages of your learning. Ahimsaka is ecstatic because this means it's finally time to give his teacher a gift, to thank them for all the knowledge and time they've given him. What would you like? He asks the teacher. The finest silk in all the land? The sweetest fruits in all the forest? Would you like money? Would you like me to travel across the land and spread the knowledge you've given me? I want you to bring me back 1,000 fingers. 1,000 fingers from the right hands of 1,000 human beings. Ahimsaka becomes confused. It's such a precise demand, and yet so vague. But this is his task, and like any devoted student, he sets out to complete the task at hand. He sets out into the forest, hoping to complete this gift for his teacher. He chops off 1, then 2, then 10, then 20, then 50 fingers, and decides to hang them up on a string between 2 trees where they'll be safe from the animals below. But instead it's the birds who peck at these fingers, causing them to fall to the ground. Ahimsaka recalls the request from his teacher. These fingers no longer looked like real fingers, more like pieces of rotting flesh. So he decided to tie the string of fingers around his neck, a garland of fingers. This earns him the name Finger Garland, Angulimala. Where he had been Ahimsaka, he becomes Angulimala, this man who terrified villagers and everyone who dared enter the forest. Angulimala succeeds at chopping off 100, then 200, then 600, and finally 999 fingers. As he goes about this, he notices the task becoming easier and easier. He even starts to enjoy a little. By the time he reaches 999, he doesn't even see the destruction and desolation that is all around him. The forest is littered with rotting bodies, not to mention the rotting flesh around his neck. But the only thing he sees is the fact that he needs just 1 more finger. As he notices this, he sees a monk walking through the forest, his eyes half closed, his face in a permanent smile. This is easily Angulimala's easiest target. Usually there's a chase involved, then some hacking and cutting, and finally a finger he can string around his neck. But this monk is a slow walker with bare feet. It will be easy for Angulimala to catch him. He sneaks up behind the monk, however he finds himself unable to catch up to him. After a few minutes, he gives up trying to take this monk from behind. "Stop," he cries out. "I am Angulimala, and you are dead, and your finger belongs to me." The monk turns around. "You want my finger?" he asks. "It is not mine to give, but yours to take. By all means, take it." The monk stretches out his hand and reveals himself to be the Buddha. Never had it been so easy for Angulimala to cut off a finger. However, he didn't know what to think. His fingers rest on the knot of the garland around his neck, wondering if he should untie it. "Why make a garland out of fingers at all?" asks the Buddha. "Why make a garland out of fingers when you can make one out of breaths instead? The garland you have chosen is heavy, both on your body and your soul. The other garland is inexhaustible. It will continue to grow as long as you live." Angulimala is faced with a moment of decision. Like the Furies in the courtroom, and like Ahab on the sea, he must make a choice. He looks at the smiling face of the Buddha, struggling to make his decision. He eventually unties the knot around his neck. The fingers fall to the floor. He sheds the identity of Angulimala and becomes the peaceful Ahimsaka once more. He pledges to live his life with peace and love, and to never let another breath go to waste.
हे अहिंसक मम गुरुदक्षिणायै अङ्गुलीसहस्रकं तव दातव्यम् अङ्गुलीसहस्रकं किन्तु कथं तल्लभेयम्
Din, taka din din nada din, taka din din nada din, taka din din nada. Tirigdom da din, taka din din nada din, taka din din nada. din taka din din na dom taka dom ta din taka din din na taka din taka din din na ta 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 din taka din din na ta dom ta taka din din na ta din taka din din na ta din taka din din na dom taka dom ta din taka din din na ta din taka din din na ta 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 din taka din din na dom
यही परिव्राजक देहि तवाङ्गुलिं यही परिव्राजक देहि तवाङ्गुलिं ब्रूहि मम सखे कतमाङ्गुले स्तव हि दानं ब्रूहि मम सखे कतमाङ्गुले स्तव हि दानम् शृणु परिव्राजक अङ्गुलिमालोहम् शृणु परिव्राजक अङ्गुलिमालोहम् अहो मद्भगवन् वः स्वागतं वः दासोऽहम् अहो मद्भगवन् वः स्वागतं वः दासोऽहम् मा कुरु इमां केलिं मालां करोमि घोरां मा कुरु इमां केलिं मालां करोमि घोरां मामक प्रिय सख कुरु सुमालां श्वासपङ्क्तिं मामक प्रिय सख कुरु सुमालां श्वासपङ्क्तिं सांसों की कर लो माला माला सांसों की कर लो माला अजप जाप जपो भाई साधो अजप जाप जपो भाई साधो अजप जाप जपो भाई साधो सांसों की कर लो माला माला सांसों की कर लो माला अजप जाप जपो भाई साधो अजप जाप सासों की कर लो माला माला, सासों की कर लो माला, जप जाप जपो भाई साधो, भाई साधो, भाई
Birth of India. Our story begins with the violence perpetrated by the British soldiers in the massacre at Amritsar in April 1919. Unaware of a curfew in the city, over 1,600 innocent men, women, and children had gathered on a beautiful spring day to celebrate the spring festival of Vaishakhi. The meeting place, a fortress, Jallianwala Bagh, with very few entrances and exits, was closed off and the people ruthlessly massacred. Not a single person escaped. This event crystallized in Gandhi's mind the mobilization of the people to make the British leave the Indian subcontinent peacefully and voluntarily. Poets, writers, musicians, and artists joined the movement from the entire subcontinent. We use some of their original works in this presentation. Thank you.
तजम तकिट दित तजम तकिट दोम तजम तकिट तक दिन ताम तजम तकिट दित तजम तकिट दोम तजम तकिट तक दिन ताम ताम तकिट दीम तकिट दोम तकिट नम तकिट तकिट दिकिट दोम किट नम किट ताम तकिट दिकिट दोम किट नम किट ताम तकिट दिकिट दोम किट नम किट तजम तकिट दित तजम तकिट दोम तजम तकिट तक दिन ताम तजम तकिट दित तजम तकिट दोम तजम तकिट तक दिन ताम तजम तकिट तक दिन ताम तकिट दिकिट दोम किट नम किट ताम तकिट दिकिट दोम किट नम किट ताम तकिट दिकिट दोम किट नम किट ताम दित्ताम तकिट दित्ताम तकिट दोम दित्ताम तकिट नम दित्ताम तकिट तक दिंग दरकिडदोम तक दिंग दरकिडदोम तक दिंग दरकिडदोम तक दिंग दरकिडदोम तक दित्ताम तकिट दित्ताम तकिट दोम दित्ताम तकिट नम दित्ताम तकिट तक दिंग दरकिडदोम तक दिंग दरकिडदोम तक दिंग दरकिडदोम तक दिंग दरकिडदोम तक तजम तकिट दित तजम तकिट दोम तजम तकिट तक दिन ताम तजम तकिट दित तजम तकिट तक दिन ताम 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 तक वंदे मातरम वंदे मातरम तक दिबे गजंडो तक दिबे गजंडो तक दिबे गजंडो तक दिबे ताम तक दिबे गजंडो तक दिबे गजंडो तक दिबे गजंडो कीर्तिक दरगिडदाम तक दिबे गजंडो कीर्तिक दरगिडदाम तक दिबे गजंडो कीर्तिक दरगिडदाम तक दिबे गजंडो कीर्तिक दरगिडदीम तक दिबे गजंडो कीर्तिक दरगिडदाम तदीम तकिट दित तदीम तकिट दोम तदीम तकिट नम तदीम तकिट तक तदीम तक तदित तदीम ताम दरगिडदोम दीम दरगिडदोम दोम दरगिडदोम ताम ताम दरगिडदोम दीम दरगिडदोम दोम दरगिडदोम ताम ताम दरगिडदोम दीम दरगिडदोम दोम दरगिडदोम ताम वंदे मातरम वंदे मातरम वंदे मातरम सुजलां सुफलां मलयज शीतलां शस्य श्यामलां मातरं वन्दे मातरं सुजलां सुफलां मलयज शीतलां शस्य श्यामलां मातरं वन्दे मातरं शुभ्रज्योत्स्ना पुलकितयामिनी कुसुमितद्रुमदलशोभिनी सुहासिनी सुमधुरभाषिणी सुखदां वरदां मातरं सुखदां वरदां मातरं वन्दे मातरं वन्दे मातरं वन्दे मातरं वन्दे मातरं वन्दे मातरं वन्दे मातरं यहाँ कोकिला नहीं, काक है शोर मचाते, काले काले कीट भ्रमर का भ्रम उपजाते। कलियां भी अधखिली, मिली है कंटक कुल से, वे पौधे वे पुष्प शुष्क है अथवा झुल से। परिमलहीन पराग दाग सा बना पड़ा है, हाँ यह प्यारा बाग खून से सना पड़ा है। आओ प्रिय ऋतुराज किंतु धीरे से आना, यह है शोक स्थान यहाँ मत शोर मचाना।
From an early age, Gandhi was clear that India's independence would mean little if it did not also mean the independence of every Indian. Written in 1909, his Hind Swaraj underlined this. More than 30 years later, while launching Quit India in Mumbai on 7th August 1942, Gandhi told the Indian people, "My democracy means every man is his own master." Quit India shook the empire, but it also brought imprisonment and death to fighters for liberty. Among those who died in detention was Gandhi's wife Kasturba. In the summer of 1945, 3 years after Quit India, most of the jailed were released and freedom was near.
धीमी ता क ता धीमी त की ट ता क ता क ता धरी ता क ता धन्न ता झण्णु ता धीमी तक ताम ता धीमी ता क ता धीमी त की ट ता क ता क ता धरी ता क ता धन्न ता झण्णु ता धीमी तक ताम ता धीमी तक ता धीमी त की ट तक तक ता धरी तक ता धन्न ता झण्णु ता धीमी ताम ता धीमी तक ता धीमी त की ट तक तक ता धरी तक ता धन्न ता झण्णु ता धीमी ताम ता धीमी तक ता धीमी त की ट तक तक ता धरी तक ता धन्न ता झण्णु ता धीमी ताम ता धीमी तक ता धीमी त की ट तक तक ता धरी तक ता धन्न ता झण्णु ता धीमी ताम ता धीमी तक ता धीमी त की ट तक तक ता धरी तक ता धन्न ता झण्णु ता धीमी ताम ता धीमी तक ता धीमी त की ट तक तक ता धरी तक ता धन्न ता झण्णु ता धीमी ताम ता धीमी तक ता धीमी त की ट तक धरी धन्न झण्णु धीमी गिरदिक धरी गिरदाम ता धीमी तक ता धीमी त की ट तक धरी धन्न झण्णु धीमी गिरदिक धरी गिरदाम ता धीमी ताम ता धीमी तक तई ता धीमी तई ता धीमी तक धोम धीमी त धोम धीमी त तक नम धीमी त नम धीमी त तक ताम धीमी त तक धीम धीमी त तक धोम धीमी त तक नम धीमी त तक ताम धीमी त धीम धीमी त धोम धीमी त नम धीमी त ता दित्ता त झम ता दिंगिण तुम दित्ता त झम ता दिंगिण तुम ता त झम ता दिंगिण तुम ता दिंगिण तुम ता दिंगिण तुम ता दित्ता त झम ता दिंग दरगिड़ तुम दित्ता त झम ता दिंग दरगिड़ तुम ता त झम ता दिंग दरगिड़ तुम ता दिंग दरगिड़ तुम ता दिंग दरगिड़ तुम ता दित्ता त झम ता दिंग ता दिंगिण तुम दित्ता त झम ता दिंग ता दिंगिण तुम ता त झम ता दिंग गिरदिक दरगिड़ तुम ता दिंग गिरदिक दरगिड़ तुम ता दिंग गिरदिक दरगिड़ तुम ताम
India's ancient concept, ahimsa, was given potent new meanings by Gandhi. After it passed through his hands, ahimsa became a weapon for struggle as also a guide for interpersonal relations. As Gandhi saw it, weapons were of value only when used by persons of courage and restraint to protect innocent life.
वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे। वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे। पीड़ पराई जाने रे, पीड़ पराई सकल लोकमा सहुणे वल्दे निंदान करे के नीरे निंदान करे के नीरे वाच काछ मन निश्चल राखे वाच काछ मन निश्चल राखे धन धन जननी तेनी रे धन धन जननी तेनी रे वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे मोह माया व्यापे नहीं जेने मोह माया व्यापे नहीं जेने मोह माया व्यापे नहीं जेने काम क्रोध नानी वार्या रे काम क्रोध नानी वार्या रे राम नाम सुन ताली लागी राम नाम सुन ताली लागी सकल तीरथ तेना तन मारे सकल तीरथ तेना तन मारे वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई पीड़ पराई जाने रे जाने
In the heated climate of 1946, Gandhi's daily prayer meetings, which were open to everyone and where verses from different faiths were recited, became essential classes in democracy and tolerance. A 4-word sentence, Ishwar Allah Tere Naam, and 2 paired phrases, Ram Rahim and Krishna Kareem, became well-known sounds that served to heal a wounded nation.
नदृतनों तदिरना तनदिरन नदृतनों तदिरना 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 nadritanum tadirana tanadirana nadritanum tadirana 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 நெஞ்சுக்கு நீதியும் தோளுக்கு வாழும் நிறைந்த சுடர் மணிப்பூ பஞ்சுக்கு நேர் பல துன்பங்களாம் இவள் பார்வைக்கு நேர் பெருகி வஞ்சனையின்றி பகையின்றி சூதின்றி வையகமாந்தரெல்லாம் தஞ்சமென்றே உரை பேரவள் பேசக்தி ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் நெஞ்சுக்கு நீதியும் தோளுக்கு வாழும் நிறைந்த சுடர் மணிப்பூ பஞ்சுக்கு நேர் பல துன்பங்களாம் இவள் பார்வைக்கு நேர் பெறடி வஞ்சனையின்றி பகையின்றி சூதின்றி வையகமாந்தரெல்லாம் தஞ்சமென்றே குறை பேரவள் பேசக்தி ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் nadritanum tadirana tanadirana nadritanum tadirana 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 நம்புவதே வழி என்ற மறைதனை நாம் இன்று நம்பிவிட்டோம் கும்பிட்ட நேரமும் சக்தி என்றால் உன்னை கும்பிடுவேன் மனமே அம்புக்கும் தீக்கும் விடத்துக்கும் நோவுக்கும் அச்சமில்லாதபடி உள்வர்க்கும் இன்பர்க்கும் வாழ்வு தரும் பதமோம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் நம்புவதே வழி என்ற மறைதனை நாம் இன்று நம்பிவிட்டோம் கும்பிட்ட நேரமும் சக்தி என்றால் உன்னை கும்பிடுவேன் மனமே தனதிரன நதிருதனோம் ததிரன நதிருதனோம் ததிரன 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 தனதிரன நதிருதனோம் ததிரன வெள்ளை மலர் மிசை வேதகர பொருளாக விளங்கிடுவாய் தெள்ளு தமிழ் கலைவாணி நினக்கொரு விண்ணப்பம் செய்திடுவேன் எள்ளத்தனை பொழுதும் பயனின்றி இராதென்ற நாவினிலே வெள்ளமென பொழிவாய் சக்திவேல் 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 வெள்ளை மலர் மிசை வேதகர பொருளாக விளங்கிடுவாய் தெள்ளு தமிழ் கலைவாணி நினக்கொரு விண்ணப்பம் செய்திடுவேன் எள்ளத்தனை பொழுதும் பயனின்றி இராதென்ற நாவினிலே வெள்ளமென பொழிவாய் சக்திவேல் 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 நருதனும் தனனதீந்தி ததிரன நருததி ததிரன ததிரன நருதனும் தனனதீந்தி ததிரன நருததி ததிரன ததிரன நாதுரு தொந்திரி தனனதிரன நாதுரு தொந்திரி தனனதிரன தனதிரனதிரனதி தனதிரனதிரனதி தனதிரனதிரன நருதனும் ததிரன தனதிரன நருதனும் ததிரன நருதனும் ததிரன தனதிரன நருதனும் ததிரன நருதனும் ததிரன தனதிரன நருதனும்